All right.
So that
Moving
brings us
on.
to what crazy thing did Southwest do? Southwest is still getting crazy?
Southwest is still getting crazy.
They were with us last week. And we said,
They were.
We said Southwest,
And
stop being so crazy.
remind us what crazy thing they did last week.
I can't even remember. It was so crazy.
Well, it's relevant. They
devalued their points. They devalued their points overnight with no notice, whereas in the past they had given months of notice, and then they kind of stopped that. And now once again, they devalued their points in the middle of a pandemic, this time, zero notice. And that leads us into this week's crazy thing.
This week's crazy thing is, following the devaluation of their points, they rolled out to great fanfare a subscription plan for buying their points. And by committing to buy a whole heck of a lot of points up front on the subscription, you could buy points for as little as 1.8 cents per point.
Jeez.
So
wow.
And so if you want to, and just for those listening, in case you don't know, the value of points when you redeem for awards is usually something less than 1.5 cents per point. And it depends on what the taxes are as are compared to the overall price of the flight as to what the value works out to. But let's just, for the sake of argument, say it's 1.4 usually.
So you're going to pay 1.8 cents for 1.4 cents, right?
For 1.4 cents value, yeah.
I mean, you can also get the frequent miler subscription at the same, in fact, I'll give you 1.5 cents for 1.8 cents. How's that? Everybody want to sign up and start buying a penny and a half from me at a time all day long, guys, anytime you want it.
Yeah. We should start something like that, right? Subscription plan to frequent miler dollars. So if you spend $1,000 a year on frequent miler dollars, we'll send you $500 each year back.
There you go. That's all it takes, guys. That's all it takes. What were they thinking with this? Like, who's going to do this?
It's people who don't understand it. The funny thing is, we got an email from one of their PR people who didn't like my post, saying like, there's no reason to ever do this. And the reason you should do this is so you can, during these times, continue to accrue points at a steady rate.
Yes, sure.
In case you're worrying that you weren't flying enough to accrue points at a steady rate, you can, you could travel from home by spending money without actually going anywhere.
Right.
And earn those points.
If you'd like to make a donation, like make it to an organization or something, get yourself a tax write-off.
That's a good point.
Help somebody who needs the help. There's no need to donate it to Southwest Airlines. This is ridiculous.
Yeah. And just to be clear, like when other airlines like Alaska or American or whatever have sales on miles, and even if it costs more than 1.8 cents, sometimes it does make sense to buy those because it's possible to get far outsized value. Usually it's when doing something like booking an international business or first class award. Southwest doesn't have that. Their award value is based on the price of the ticket. So you can't get far outsized value. You can get slightly outsized value by buying really cheap fares that are mostly taxes, but good luck, spending the 80,000 miles a year you're buying with this program on these really cheap little things where you're getting maybe 1.9 cents per point value.
Right.
And that's really rare in itself.
And the ridiculousness here is, like you might sit there and for at least a half a second, there may have been something in your brain that said, oh, but if you're just a few thousand miles short of an award ticket and you want to be able to book the award ticket, you can't pay part in points and part in cash. So maybe you need an extra 2,000 or 3,000 points so you can redeem, 40,000 points for the award you want or whatever, which is true, but there's no need to subscribe to buy that again and again. Just buy it one time, overpay once for the miles that you need to top off. If you really need that, there's no need to sign up to get ripped off month after month.
Right. Or better yet, have a Chase Ultimate Rewards card. Then you could transfer a few thousand miles to Southwest and you're done.
For sure. So Southwest, boo on you, Southwest.
Well, thanks for giving us more crazy things to talk about on this segment.
True. Keep up the good work, Southwest.